Hi everyone. Didn't expect to be making another video so soon, but I got a lot more response from the first one, which was completely spontaneous and kind of random, and I just felt like it needed a follow-up. First of all, I want everybody to know that my videos won't all be only on the subject of special needs, but more on just being honest and what we're all going through in our own things and being there for each other. Now, about what I was talking about yesterday, the first thing I want to say is I don't in any way want to seem like I'm not thankful for where I'm at as Benjamin's mom. Love being his mom and Kiana's mom, and I just love my family as a whole. And one thing that's positive in this entire situation is the fact that this family, my husband, my stepson, Kiana and Benjamin, were all part of bringing more understanding, I guess, to this, which is a couple of people have commented about. And so I'm thankful for that. My husband actually does work with kids that have autism, and he's taught me a lot and how to help with certain situations, and it makes a big difference. And I know that by having Benjamin, we can better understand when other people are going through these things. So when myself, my husband, or our kids are all in public and these things happen, we're building people that aren't going to make people like us feel bad. They're going to understand. And on that subject, I just want to say that I want to share, I wrote a list of different things that hi everyone. I didn't expect to be doing another video so soon, but got a lot more response than I expected yesterday, and just a couple things I wanted to follow up with that. First of all, I'm really thankful that I got to connect with some people who very much identify with the subject of special needs, but I also want people to know that that won't be the only subject that I want to talk about. It's just happened to be the subject of yesterday, about me being honest with the struggles I was dealing with. And in general, I just want to start connecting in honesty with other people about various situations. And but I also wanted to make sure that everybody knows that I know that I'm meant to be Benjamin's mom, and I'm thankful, very thankful for him and for our entire family and for the ways that we can be used through these situations. Granted, yes, I do usually get very insecure and stay quiet, even though sometimes, if I'm being honest, I feel like fighting back with, the way people respond, but, or the way I think they're responding. That is a big thing too, because I can misread things, like we all can. But yeah, I wanted to talk about that a little bit too. But first, I just wanted to be very clear that I'm very thankful, and I just, there's times where the weakness does come through. But yeah, so I wanted to share a few things about good responses, even if they didn't seem like they were at first. And maybe this will help to encourage some people who don't know what to do about what makes a difference. One of the times we were actually on a plane, and this was like way a long time ago, before Benjamin really had episodes where he would act out. He would just be really upset. He would just cry. And I remember, because I I was going out to see my family in California, and it was just me and the two little ones. And Benjamin was upset. Actually, Kiana, my daughter too, she was less than 2. So at some point she started getting tired of the flight too, but I could kind of make her calm down, but Benjamin, not so much. So at one point I had like headphones in one ear with the other one open so I could still hear him and anybody else that might try to get my attention. And I just sat there and bounced into the music. And I kept looking back to this one side of the aisle, and this lady just was staring at me the entire time. And I felt so uncomfortable. And I was fighting back tears the entire time, but I just tried not to look that way. I'm sure they could tell, but I don't know. I guess it's one of the times just trying to be strong. And I mean, I was just doing what I know to do. So he cried for a good bit of the flight. And I'm sure a lot of people weren't happy. But after we landed and I was getting up, this lady that had been staring at me the entire time, she came up to me and she told me, "You did amazing. You are amazing with your son, and I just wanted you to know that I admire that." Needless to say, I cried. Yeah, I cried. And the funny thing about that situation, was I thought she was thinking the exact opposite. So whether it be with special needs or anything else, I think this is a key thing too. That when we are insecure and afraid, we tend to sometimes, I don't know, write scripts that aren't real and think that people are thinking things. Like yesterday, people were smiling at me during this time. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, yeah, they're smiling, but what are they thinking? Or another guy was smiling at Kiana, and I'm thinking, well, he probably thinks that I upset her, or, taking it all on me over a situation that I can't control. And maybe they weren't thinking any of these things at all. Maybe I just was very lucky, and I was actually around people that did have compassion. So I don't want to write a script for them that isn't real. So yeah, just simple words can make a huge difference in these situations. Where we used to go to church, we had just gone for the first time to visit, and Benjamin was not happy, and I was not ready. Obviously, it was the first time to even try to put either of the kids in the children's church, and it took a long time before I did that. Anyway, he was really upset, and I felt like he was being disruptive, and I was going to walk out and probably never come back. But someone who is now still a very good friend came over to me and said, "Hey, my son has autism. I understand. Can I help?" And she offered to hold Benjamin. And honestly, had she not mentioned the autism thing, even though Benjamin's diagnosis is different than that, I would have not handed my child over to a stranger. Granted, she did not leave the room. She just went to the back of the sanctuary, so it's not like I don't know. Sometimes when I think about that, it's kind of crazy that I did that. But it turned out really well. I mean, she held him, she calmed him down. Maybe he just needed to be a little further away from the crowd. I don't know. But afterwards, she and her friend both said, "Come back. Make sure you come back." And honestly, I was not planning to come back. And so those words, again, the words and the action made a huge difference. They also did at that church. They started where we are now too. They're working on starting this too, but they had the same friend. She started what was called Benjamin's Buddies, and so she got a few people together that would take turns in helping him, so I could actually go into the sanctuary and be at church. And even then, I was always like, "Oh, but if he does this, what are they going to do? Or will they not want to do this again?" And I don't know. Obviously, I still have things I need to work through. But anyway, so that was another blessing. Like, some people, just a few people, being willing and excited to help, it makes a difference. Another example we were at the skating rink. And it's funny because I'm thinking some people watching this are going to go, hey, that's me. Anyway, we went ice skating with our church, and I was totally not sure it was going to work out. I'm like, my husband can be there, and I didn't know how in the world I could ice skate when I don't know how to ice skate. How I could do that with two kids that don't know how to ice skate, and one that just in the last year started walking on his own. But we went. I took a chance, and it ended up being life-changing. Honestly, I realized just how much I did need to start talking about these situations, and even though I haven't until now, because I was seriously struggling and trying to help us all stand up and not fall over, and Benjamin was having fun falling, interestingly, but I couldn't really do anything with Kiana, who wanted to really skate, and I was just having a really hard time, and this person that I had never met before, she comes over and she's like, can I help you? And she actually stood there with Benjamin. She actually tried to help him so I could help be with Kiana. And I don't know, it was a very, very simple act. Maybe that's what it meant. Something like for her, it's huge for me. And just being present, just being willing and embracing Benjamin. And even at one point, she sat with him outside the rink because he was done. And so I could attempt to skate with my daughter around the rink, and it was very special. I did fall once, but it was still very special. And I just remember that night, making a huge difference, and I could not stop thinking about it. It's hard to express how powerful that was right now. But again, somebody made themselves present. They offered, they showed compassion and understanding, and it's really all it takes. There's big one at Idlewild. If you're local, you know where I'm talking about. It's a amusement park. If you're not local, we were in line for the carousel, and Benjamin he was fussy, and then he'd be really happy. Fussy, really happy, and then there was a lady in line with us, and she somehow Benjamin was very drawn to her, but when he's excited, when he's really mad, he does the same thing too, but you can tell when it's just being excited. He pinches and he scratches, and when those things start happening to someone else, I get very like, I have to stop. No, they're not gonna want to do this, and I get just very, I don't know, anxious, I guess, maybe. Obviously, I'm not gonna want my kid scratching up somebody, friend or stranger, or family member, like Kiana yesterday. But he just wanted to be held, and he's very sweet. Like, if you've been around him, you know that he has like this connection with people, and it's an awesome thing. But in this case, he was showing his awesomeness in a not very appealing way. But this lady, she just kept saying, it's okay. It's okay. And she just kept holding him. He's doing this. He actually even grabbed her glasses and threw them. She's like, oh, it's all right. And then at one point I took him back, and then he reached for her again. She's like, hey, yeah. A stranger was loving on my son, like someone that's known him for years, and I was blown away. And then, like, another example, simple things. Again, simple. At church, one of the teachers came over to Benjamin, and after sat next to us, and just had his hand on Benjamin's lap and sang with him. Benjamin loves music, and this was probably one of the most simple things that you can do. He came and he sat. He, again, made himself present, let Benjamin know he was there. With a gentle touch, just left his hand there. Benjamin was accepting of that and just enjoyed hearing him dance or sing, maybe dance a little, beside him, and it really touched my heart. It really did. And I don't know. It's just, these are all very seemingly simple things that have impacted me greatly. And I know that these are the things that will impact Benjamin as he's embraced and loved on by people. And when, you know, as a parent, when our child is loved by others, it makes a difference to us as well. And so again, there's a lot more I could say. I think there's more on my list that I'm not saying because this is a long video. But in this area of being honest, I'm just taking a moment to share what you can do to make a difference. And whether it be someone with special needs or whether it be just someone you can tell is stressed out and frustrated, and the simplest thing, even a smile, can make the biggest difference ever. And so don't underestimate what you're able to do. And because if and think about times that you have felt awkward or frustrated or like you're the center of attention in a bad way. And maybe just remember that and try to make it so it's not what's happening to the person that you're near or around or seeing. And again, I'm just really glad that we have our family who does get it. I mean, Benjamin has 4 people that are learning and growing and sharing his story and how it affects them, and hopefully reaching people to help them to understand it more too. And so, there's more people than that, but I'm talking about our family of 5. So, yeah, I'm just thankful, and now I'm running out of things to say, but I'm glad to have had a chance to actually connect with some people and to share our story. And I already have some ideas of different things to do more videos about, because if I'm honest, I have lots of insecurities, and I'm sure a lot of other people have the same ones, so we might as well connect over them and help each other through them. And yeah, so everybody has a great day.